When you get into an accident, most people freeze. They don't know where to go for medical treatment, or they assume that you just have to rush to the hospital because they heard some lawyer say it on TV. That's not always true, and it can get really expensive. I'm Jim Curtis. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Apollo Beach, Florida, and I help accident victims across the Tampa Bay area and throughout the state of Florida. In this video, I'm going to break down where you should actually go for medical treatment after an accident, and just as important, how to get treated without getting buried in medical bills afterward. But before we get into it, I want to preface this video with this statement. I'm not a medical doctor. With that said, I have handled thousands of car accident cases, and I've learned where people should and shouldn't go after an accident, depending on their injury, and how best to save money on their medical bills. So let's start with this, because this part really matters. There are times when you absolutely should go straight to the hospital after an accident. No debate. If you have a broken bone, severe pain where you can't lift your arm, knee pain so bad you can't stand or walk, you hit your head, you're dizzy, nauseous, confused, or having other concussion symptoms, or anything that feels urgent or unstable, go to the ER, period. Your health comes first. Hospitals are great at one thing, treating emergencies. They're there to rule out life-threatening injuries and to stabilize you. But here's what most people don't realize. If you go to the hospital with non-emergency injuries, like a sore neck, back pain, or stiffness, you're usually going to get the same routine. They'll run a CT scan or x-ray. They'll tell you nothing's broken. They'll give you pain meds, and they'll send you home. That's it. No treatment plan, no rehab, no follow-up care, and you'll often walk away with a very large bill, even though your pain hasn't actually been treated. And from a financial standpoint, here lies the problem. In Florida, your personal injury protection, or PIP coverage, is going to be your primary coverage for medical treatment after a car accident. PIP pays 80% of your initial medical bills up to $10,000. If you go to the hospital, that $10,000 isn't going to last long, and little to nothing will be left to pay for actual treatment and therapy that you need. Urgent care centers work the same way. They're good for quick checks, but they don't treat accident injuries long term. They document, rule out emergencies, and move on. That's their role. Now, a lot of people think, okay, I'll just go to my primary care doctor. And this surprises people, but that's usually not a good option either. Most primary care physicians don't treat car accident victims regularly. They don't want to get involved in injury claims, and they won't bill auto insurance. So you may get told to rest, take anti-inflammatories, and wait it out. Or worse, you get sent for treatment that comes straight out of your pocket. That brings us to what is often the best starting point for non-emergency accident injuries: a chiropractor who treats accident victims. Here's why. A good chiropractor doesn't just crack backs. They provide cost-effective, ongoing treatment for common accident injuries like whiplash, neck and back pain, soft tissue injuries, and reduced range of motion. More importantly, though, they act as the quarterback of your care. If you need imaging, they'll refer you for it. If you need an MRI, they'll send you. If you need an orthopedic doctor, neurologist, or a pain specialist, they'll guide you to the right place. And most chiropractors who treat accident victims will bill auto insurance, which helps protect you from getting stuck with massive upfront medical bills. So the big takeaway is this: emergency symptoms? Go to the hospital. Sore back, neck pain, stiffness, soft tissue injuries? The hospital usually isn't treatment. It's just expensive documentation. Primary care doctors usually aren't set up for accident cases, but a chiropractor experienced with accident injuries often will give you the best balance of real treatment, cost control, and proper referrals. Making the right decision early can protect your health and your wallet.